friendly neighborhood bisexual knitter here, and I'm so excited to be back. My name's Corden. I am a knitter, crocheter, music therapist, choir director, and choir singer, and welcome to the revamped She's Kinda Okay podcast. I don't know. You can probably hear my cat in the background. I have 2 cats. Right now Smudge is eating. So I am going to try to make these shorter than last time. I'm also going to try and do them for longer than 2 months. This is going to come out the last day of every month, and I'm going to film them in little clips throughout the month to try and ease back on my commitment that I have to make. So today, if I change, if things look different, that's why. Don't judge me. Today I'm going to talk about my latest finished object, which I actually finished in June of 2020, but didn't take pictures of and then didn't share until recently. So let's get into it. So today is Saturday. I'm going to try and record these on Saturdays because I have sessions every Saturday, so my setup is all ready. And generally my partner works on Saturday, and I'm embarrassed to talk to the camera when he's here. So when he is gone, we're going to try and do this. So yesterday, I shared my finished object info and post and Instagram and whatever for the Ursa sweater. So I'm going to put in the pictures here. So the Ursa is a sweater designed by Jacqueline Cieslak. It is normally out of bulky yarn. I used super bulky because when Cord makes a commitment to something, it's like a 50-50 chance. Sometimes I'm like, oh, this isn't gonna work, that's fine. And then other times I have to do it. I don't know. So this is it. Here it is. All its beautiful glory. I knit it out of Burnout Blanket, and Burnout Blanket Softy, I think. So Coal is this color, the black, and then Swimming Pool, I think, is the blue. So I did stripes until the bust starts, because then it threw off all my stripes. So then I did black all the way to the bottom. So this is not the right yarn gauge for the pattern. So I made up a swatch and then did all of the math. But I loved it. I knit it. It knit really quick. I know that it's giant yarn, but I think it would knit really quick either way. It knit really quickly. I'm going to make it out of the proper yarn because I like it that much. I'm going to make it again. This yarn is a little stiff. So even though I did all of the gauging and made it 3 sizes smaller or something, the back is still really I don't know how to, it's really boxy, but not in a nice way. I don't know. The fabric is just really stiff. So yeah, but I love it. I'm going to make it again, and I will. I guess that's it. I don't know. It's a really short. Are you going to come say hi? No. Really short segment, but yeah. I really enjoyed it. Knitting it, and I will knit another one. I don't know what I'm doing now, so we're just rambling at this point. Isn't that fun? I will be back next week, probably. Okay, bye. Oh. Another day, another outfit. We're not worrying about it. We're just gonna pretend that it's not happening. Pretend I'm wearing a black turtleneck. Okay, this week I finished... No, I didn't finish. This week I shared a finished object that I finished at some point in 2020, and I actually can't find out when I did it. Yeah, I have no idea. But I love it, and I wear it all the time, and it is my Rooibos hat. So I'm gonna put the pictures here while I talk about it, because I can do that, I think. I'm going to talk underneath the pictures. Great. So this is a pattern by Claire Devine. It's from the Tea collection. I just made the regular size. I think it's the default size. And I did a double brim because I knit another one of her hats, the Lapsang hat, and it is slightly too slippy on my head, so I made a double brim. Also, I'm a big cold baby, and I like to have my ears covered and safe in cold weather, and this has turned into my winter hat, cold weather hat. So here it is. You can see all of the beautiful eyelets, like the leaf pattern, seed stitch, which is like not my favorite, but it's fine. Then you can see the decreases. So I actually knit, sorry, I can't figure out where my hands are. I actually dyed the yarn. So this is yarn, I can't remember where it's from. Give me a second. So the yarn is local to me. So it's actually from Milkhouse Farm and Dairy, which is in Smiths Falls, Ontario. I bought the yarn at the farmer's market in 2019. So a long time ago. Yeah, so about 3 skeins of it. It's worsted weight. So they like spin it, but on site they also like raise the sheep and everything. So pretty cool. And I hand dyed it with Rooibos yarn for the most part of the body. So 1 skein was fully Rooibos, 1 skein was fully English breakfast, because it's like for my friend for Christmas. Hopefully she doesn't watch this before I get it to her. Her favorite tea is English breakfast, so I dyed it in that. And then in the 3rd skein I did both. So one end was Rooibos and one end was English breakfast, and I needed that for the crown. So the crown is a little more variegated than the rest. I don't think you can really tell, but I mean, I don't really care. So yeah, I love it. It's pretty big, but I don't hate that. And this means that my ears stay warm because I added the double brim. This is just regular like acrylic yarn. But yeah, I love it. I wear it anytime I leave the house, which is not very often, but like it's a staple. And I have made the lapsang hat by her, the same designer from the same collection, and I wore that all last winter. So I love them. I love them. They're quick. The repeats are like so effective and beautiful, but they're like 12 stitch. On this one, I think it's 12 stitch repeat, so it's pretty easy to like memorize row by row. Yeah, and I love it. I love it so much. So there's that finished object. I think that's everything I wanted to say about it. If not, I don't care because I forgot. So it wasn't important. The other thing I wanted to talk about today is I finished a book. I did finish this pretty early on in January, but I didn't talk about it. So we're going to talk about it now. Maybe I'll cut this in later and I'll just be wearing a different outfit later too. I don't know how I'm going to edit this. That's future Courtney's problem. So for Christmas, my partner and I got each other a book, and he gave me a very itemized list. He was like, start here. If you can't find that, go to the next one. And I was like, here are my vibes. I like queer lit. I like YA a lot. Like dystopian YA. Feminist books. Books by Black authors, especially Black women. Other women of color. So he did pretty great because he got me You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. Oh, that's this finger. Yeah, I loved it. I finished it in not very long, a couple days. It was during, that time between Christmas and New Year's. So like I was on vacation and I sat at home and read and knit all day. So I read this pretty quickly, but it was really great. I really liked it. Easy to read. The characters were really compelling. You definitely like Liz. Super gay. A+ for that one. My only thing is like I'm like probably 9 to 10 years removed from caring about prom that much, and like prom wasn't as big of a deal where I grew up. Like we all went to prom, but it wasn't like we didn't choose a prom queen. So like prom itself is something that doesn't interest me, but everything around it was very great. Super well written. I really, really enjoyed it. It was really fun. It was also nice to see, like, I'm not going to spoil it, but there were like a lot of things that at the start of the book, like typical teen high school novel where you're like, oh, like, well, the popular kids all hate me and like these popular kids are really mean. And then by like the midpoint to closer to the end, the main character Liz is like, oh, like these people are actually really cool. And like, if I talk to them, I do fit in. And I don't have to be not myself to fit in with these people. And they're all really nice and they do like me. And I was like, oh, it's kind of similar to like, I think how everyone goes through high school. I went to a really small high school. It was Catholic high school, so not a lot of people there. So yeah, at the start, I think you're like really insulated in your little friend group. And over the course of the 4 years of high school, my friend group grew, and you know, all of the like really cool kids were like also just normal kids that we would talk to at the end. Like, yeah, I think it was pretty great in that way. Is like signed at court. Jeez, I've said the same thing 7 times and I can't even say it properly. Anyway, it just made me realize that, like, you know, maybe the kids are all right and everything's not as bad as you would originally think. I don't know. We'll see what I get out of that ramble. Anyway, I would recommend it. 9 out of 10. The only way it gets a 10 out of 10 is if I'm going to read it again. And I don't know if I will. And, like, certainly not, like, soon. I don't know. Yeah, really liked it. Also, I didn't say this about the Rooibos hat, but it's also a 10 out of 10. I have knit 1.5 others already. I also knit like 3 of the lapsings. So, oh man, if you like hats, just go buy the tea collection. Just do it. That's my suggestion. I think that's it for this week. Next week is the last Saturday of the month. So, I don't think I'm going to share anything else on Instagram, so you might not see any more FOs, but you will see my works in progress. However many I want to show you, because I've got a ton, but I'll show you what I'm working on. Yeah, bye. Oh, it is me, final weekend in January. So I'm recording this one on the 30th, and I'm hoping to upload this tomorrow. We'll see. Yeah, so I thought I would show you some things I finished this month and some works in progress. So, yeah, I have one awake cat. So if there are background noises, it's the awake cat. What are you doing? She might be causing trouble. We will see. Okay, so I've got 3 finished objects to show you that aren't Christmas presents. I'm still working on Christmas presents. I'm not going to show those, even though there's like a sneak peek of the ones that need to go in the dryer behind me. I put things in the dryer after I wash them to get the cat hair out before I send them. So the first one is this most adorable, tiny little baby shawl. So this is maybe the wrong side. There you go. This is a pattern by the Drunk Knitter. Yeah, it's the baby shawl. And there's like a little bauble to keep this closed. So it's like a little bib. It's so cute. I'm obsessed with it. My bauble's very bad. I haven't done like a knit bauble in a really long time. I usually use the crochet hook. So I'm gonna have to like sew it tight to like make it work. But yeah, there are 2 baby announcements in like my family, my partner's family recently. So this is going to one of them. It's so cute. I've got a little bit of yarn left, so I'm gonna make like really small ones for the cats. But yeah, I would 100% recommend it. Obsessed with it. So cute. The second one is also for a baby. It's still a little damp. I washed it yesterday, so I'm gonna just grab it. Give me one sec. Okay. So this is a giant baby blanket. Accidentally giant. I'll just let you have a little peek. So this is made in Bernat Baby something. I'm gonna put all the info down below. I like the project pages and stuff, and there will be a blog post about it one day, I'm sure. So yeah. Oh, it's still wet. Okay, put that back. So it is a pattern that's like written for DK weight, maybe sport weight baby yarn from like a really old like pamphlet of baby patterns I've gotten. And I made the jacket and booties for another baby. And so I just used the same pattern, the like same stitch pattern for this, but I made it like on giant gauge. I used like size 15 needles, 15 millimeter needles, like really, really big knitting needles. So yeah, it's accidentally huge. I couldn't ever tell how big it was when I was knitting it, and it's real big, but it's a good size for baby. So it worked out really well. I'm excited about that. It's very cute. Hooray. And my last finished object, so exciting. So I decided, instead of doing like a make 9 or whatever, because I never do them, I never follow the rules ever, I decided this year I was going to learn brioche. I've been knitting on and off, oh no, for 10 years, maybe 9. I guess it would be 10 in December. So I like learned how to knit in 2011, and then I didn't or I like knit on and off, but I got like back into knitting probably like 5 or 6 years ago, but I've never done brioche. I was like always a little afraid of it. So I decided I was going to learn it this year. So those are like my only big planned patterns that I bought yarn for. And I got gifted a lot of it, which is like I'm very thankful for. So I did like 4 levels of brioche. And the first one was this. It's the Snowbreeze beanie. And it's just one color, straight brioche all the way. So you like really only do brioche, the regular brioche stitches, all the way around until the like 2 rounds of decreases or something. But yeah, I did it. And it was so easy. And like this is a super bulky yarn. So this is Knit Picks Mighty Stitch Bulky, super bulky, in Fairy Tale. So it is beautiful. I love Mighty Stitch. It's acrylic and wool, and it's like really soft but also still easy to care for and like not super expensive. So yeah, it's so pretty. I haven't washed it yet. That's on the docket for today. She found a label on the floor. Okay. But yeah, so my first brioche pattern, and I did it, and I'm really excited. And my next one is Dragonstone, I think. I have it in my library. I just don't know where it is. Also by Drunk Knitter, Sophia. So that's my like next level one. I think it's still one color, but it has like shaping. So that's scary to me. So that's my next one. So yeah, that's all my finished objects other than like Christmas presents and stuff, which I'm not going to show you right now. So let me get my whips. Maybe I'll get a cat. Oh, maybe. We'll see how she feels. Don't sit on it. Are you going to say hello? Okay, you talk about it. How do you feel when I knit and I don't let you play with my yarn? She says, I feel so sad, Gordon. It's so mean. It's so upsetting. Huh? That's so upsetting to me. Yeah. Okay, Bob. Can I have my seat? Are you going to sit with me? Yeah? Ouch, ouch. We gotta trim those nails. Oh. Okay. Are you gonna sit right there? Ooh. Okay. Well, maybe not on that. Okay, thank you. Okay. So, I've got 3 whips to show you today. And if I remember afterwards, I'll put things on them to remember where they are. That would be cool. We'll see if I remember that. So first up is a sweater I'm working on. So I'm going to show you 2 sweaters and like a really long-term scrappy project. But the 2 sweaters are what I'm focusing on top of the baby projects and the Christmas presents. Once the Christmas presents are done, I don't know what I'm going to replace them with, but we'll see. The baby projects will be replaced with long-term whips, I think. Because I got quite a few of those. Okay, so I don't think you're going to be able to see. I never use the right size cable because I refuse. I could. I have the ability. I simply don't want to. So it's really bunched up here. But this is the Christmas tree sweater by, I think it's Originally Lovely. Original Lovely. If it's neither of those, you'll know because I'll tell myself in the future. And I'll feel real good about it. Basically, it is a bottom-up sweater with this Christmas tree pattern on it. These cables. Oh, you can kind of see. Can you see? I don't know. I can see. There we go. So it's like a 2 tree repeat with like a big one and a little one. Oh my gosh, sorry. I don't know how hands work today. There you go. So yeah, I did start it in, I just dropped stitches. Okay. My self-caused problem. Fixed it. I started this in, I think, October, maybe November, but then I was like, oh no, I've got to do Christmas presents. So it got put on hold, and we're trying out a new system where I work on 2 things congruently. I don't know if congruently is the right word. I work on like 2 things at the same time, kind of. I'm so bad at explaining it. I have a problem with putting away long-term whips when I like reach a certain point. I want to like take a break from it, but then I like never come back. So I'm working on this one. So I've decided I'm gonna work up to the body, up to the arm split, the split for the arms, and do one arm, and then work on the other thing in this project, which I'll show you next. So this is using, I'm right at the end of a skein. Knit Picks Brava in the Hunter color. It is like, so it's a really dark green. I was worried you wouldn't be able to see the cables, but you can, which is exciting. They're like a slip stitch cable. And it's like 100% acrylic, but it's like surprisingly soft. For some reason, I feel like I read the reviews or something and I was like, oh, I don't know. It's not as soft as Mighty Stitch, but like it's a pretty nice acrylic. And it's not super splitty or anything, so it's working really well. I'm really enjoying it. I had to do a whole bunch of math yesterday. So I usually like look at the yardage, buy my yarn, and then I buy the pattern when I'm ready to knit it, which is like maybe the wrong way to do it, but whatever. My fancies are very fleeting, so I'd hate to like buy a pattern and then not knit it for a year and a half, you know? So, yeah, I bought the pattern for my bust size, but then without realizing that it goes down and it'll like hit me on my hips. I've just knit so many crop sweaters lately that I didn't even think about that. So I needed to go up a size because my hips and my tummy are bigger than my bust. So I had to go up a size to do the cables, and I just decreased back to my like regular bust size that I wanted at. So I'm just knitting up to the split for the arms. But like, I'm doing that thing that I always do where I will measure it and it's not as long as I think that it should be. So I'm like, you know what? I've got an inch to an inch and a half left. I'm just going to knit this many rows and we're going to deal with it. And it has not failed me yet, mostly. So we're going to continue doing that. So yeah, maybe next time this will be an FO, but I don't know. We'll see how fast it goes. So yeah, I'm about an inch away. I've decided I'm knitting 7 rows, which in theory is an inch in my gauge, so it should be fine. And then I'm going to knit one arm, which I had to do a lot of math to decide how long my arms could actually be, because I didn't buy enough yarn, so I had to like measure how much yarn I can use for each arm and still finish the top. So it's going to be fine. I did a lot of math and I think that I overestimated how much I would need, if that makes sense. So it's okay. It'll be fine. I don't think I have anything else to say. I'm just going to keep talking. I'm going to put it away and grab the other thing I want to talk about. Okay. Whew. Oh, wait. I don't have very many actual project bags. I just use random bags that I found or have been given or have bought with the purpose of using it as a project bag, even though it's not really. So I have this like weird patchwork quilted thing that I got at Value Village, and it's like a rip-off Pokemon bag. Can you see that fake Pikachu? No, it's all blown out. And you can see all the cat hair. We're going to ignore that. So that's what this project is sitting in all of its yarn. This is the second project in my like tandem. Maybe that's the better word. My like tandem knitting that I'm doing. So I started this. This is my Christmas Eve cast on. It is in an old purse. Is it going to tell me? I don't think it's gonna. I am like 99% sure. Oh, it does. It says on the inside. This is from Garage. And this was a purse I used in high school. It was from Garage, which was the cool place to shop before I got hips. And then I couldn't fit into anything there anymore. So yeah, it's in my old high school purse. A pop of color, which is like kind of still my thing, but not really in accessories, but whatever. So I started this. This is my Christmas Eve cast on. I knit the whole body and the neckline, and now I just have to do the arms. So once I'm done the one arm and the split in this sweater, I'm going to go back and do the arms on this one. So yeah, I'm excited about it though. I tried it on and I'm in love with it. This is a pattern I have wanted to knit for a very long time, and I just like never got around to it. Well, there were many reasons. I never like found the right yarn, blah, 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 blah. So, excuse me. That was rude. As much as expressing her dislike of my talking to the computer. Like, I don't do this every day for a job. Yeah, so this is my Yorkville sweater, which I'm so excited about. I freaking love it. It hits me exactly where I wanted it to. Yeah, I'll probably get more into detail about the modifications that I make, because I always have to make modifications because I have fat arms. Might have overcompensated for the fat arms this time, though, because now the armhole is giant. So we'll see what I decide to do when I get to my arms. I've got a couple of options, which include doing like big balloon arms. I knit a Diaphanous raglan by Jessie May, and it's got like the big arms, which like kind of obsessed with. So it's that, or it's like real rapid decreasing to get to my arm size. Basically my bust size is like 1.5 inches too small in the arms, so I like went longer, but I think I went too long. It's okay. I don't care that much. It's gonna be fine. This is for me. Yeah. So it is knit out of City Tweed knit picks again. It's a knit pick show today. In the color Cobalt, and it is so pretty. It's a little darker than what you're seeing because I got like some bright lights in here to work in this apartment. But yeah, ooh, City Tweed DK. I've like wanted this yarn for this sweater for a very long time, and I think last Christmas I got money. I finally was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. It might have also been on sale because I had to buy 10 balls of yarn for my size because they're 50-gram balls. So yeah, so beautiful, so sweet. My poor partner had to like legitimately every day listen to me being like, oh my God, look at how great this sweater is. Look at this sweater, isn't it great? But yeah, it hits me right where I wanted it to. It's the perfect crop length for me, so I'm really looking forward to wearing it when it's done. But I don't love knitting sleeves, which is why we are where we are, because sleeves are not my favorite. I just remembered I have another whip, so like give me a minute. So this is in my cat and coffee bag by Nicole SP Designs, which is, or NSP Designs, I think is her shop. It does have a tag. It's NSP Designs. It says right there. Got this for my birthday last year, the year before. Love it. Obsessed. It's my sock bag now, even though I've used it for other things, but it's just turned into my sock bag. This is the second sock for my vanilla latte socks. Yeah, it's a ditchy. Which I've been knitting for a very long time. I knit a bunch of socks for people for Christmas, and what I would do is I would knit my sock first and then knit their 2 socks, and then I never got around to knitting my second sock. So Knit Pick Stroll. Look at it. I work for Knit Picks, okay? It's just what happens. It's either that or Michael's on my budget, and I'm in Canada, so like Knit Picks isn't even always on my budget because I have to buy like $90 worth of yarn. That might be wrong, but it's like higher than the American like threshold for free shipping. So anyway, Knit Pick Stroll. I think it's Sunset Highway, but I don't have the tag with me right now. This is the full one. Heel flap and gusset. I don't love a heel flap and gusset. Another sock that I only knit one for myself of was a Knitting Expat Designs one. Oh, I didn't say. That's what that pullover is. The Yorkville sweater is a Knitting Expat Designs pattern. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I didn't say that. Saying it now. Unhelpful. But here we are. Anyway, and it had her German short row heel, and that fits me perfect. So like that's the only thing I'm ever going to do on socks forevermore. Anyway, that's that. Hopefully it'll be done next time you see it. I try and do a couple rows almost every morning. Some mornings it doesn't work, but a couple times a week, if I could get a couple rows on it, that's been working out well for me. I've only got a couple more before I start the toe. Okay, one more. I'm in so much trouble. Grump Patrol. Yeah. This is my last one. So this is a scrappy pattern. For December, I put a bunch of scraps in like a bag advent calendar thing. And then I was like, oh, I get a lot done when I do a little bit of this every day. So I decided I'd do a little bit of it every week instead. So this is my bulky scrappy pattern. It's a cloak. It's going to be a cloak. You're probably not going to be able to tell what it is. So this is like basically what I've got so far. This is where it was at the beginning of the new year. So I mean, technically I've only added 4 or 5 rows because I'll knit on it every Sunday, or crochet, excuse me, every Sunday and add a little bit. But yeah, it's way bigger than it was before December. So yeah, it's got a lot of like mohair stuff in it. I get a lot of gift yarn from like people giving away their stashes. So there's like a lot of little like odds and ends. So that's like a lot of what this is. And some of it's mohair, which like sheds like crazy, but you know, it's in there. It'll keep me warm one day when I'm done. Oh, and this is in my I Heart Paris bag that I got when I went to Paris in grade 9 on a school exchange trip. Yeah, that's it, I think. I don't think I have anything else. All of the like project things will be down below as possible. I don't update my Ravelry as I go. I only update it when I'm done. And it's the same with like a blog post. So I've been trying to like put my info on my blog as well as my Ravelry for people who can't use Ravelry. But like I don't do it if it's not done. Yeah, so I'll do my best. I might put all the Ravelry links together so you can skip them and then try and find things in other places if possible. But yeah, I think that's it. Did I forget anything? All right, real quick. This is Corden from her editing hole, my little cave. Sorry if you can hear the space heater. It's cold. Okay, I forgot to say a whole bunch of stuff. You can follow me on Instagram at Corden Purcell. You can follow my design account, which will really only talk about designs on Yart by Me, at Yart by Me. Why Art by Me? Oh no. Why Art by, as in bisexual, B-I, me. It's below. Again, I don't post on there very often. All my stuff is on my main page, but I don't talk about my designs on my main page. You can follow Yart by Me on Facebook. You can support my designs. I have 2 designs that are currently in like pre-release. So they've been tech edited but not testing it. And I want to do a whole bunch of cool like art and stuff with it. So you can support that on Ko-Fi. You make a donation towards those getting fully released, which is cool. Yeah, you can subscribe here. I'm going to try and do this every month. I think that's about it. You can follow me on Ravelry, but like I don't do anything on there ever. It's like once every 3 months. Yeah, you can find my pre-release designs on Ravelry and Payhip. Again, I'll put that below. And my website is yartbyme.wordpress.com if you want to like look at the blog, which has stuff about some of the recent FOs I shared and probably the show notes for this. Who knows? It's a surprise. And more info about the designs that are currently in pre-release. Okay, bye. Oh. Okay. Don't do that to my cord. Don't do that. Yeah, I will see you again at the end of next month. Do you have anything to say? Say bye. No? All right, we have the ending that we have to do. Are you going to do it with me? Okay. So Bubby and I say bye. Oh, sorry, it's Smudge. I call her Bubba. We say goodbye. Have a good February. And I hope you're doing okay. Cheers. You want to cheers? Thank you. Want some? It's just water. No. Goodbye. I'm going to sit where this computer is now. My butt's going to be right there. Oh, I love you. It does. Oh, sorry. That's my nose ring. I don't have a booger. I got nose ring to show everyone I'm bisexual. It doesn't matter when I'm inside and only hanging out with my straight partner all the time. Okay. I like went on a real big sock thing and then I stopped doing. Oh, it's so rude. Did it stop recording? No? Okay. Baba, be chill. Put this back. Stop me. Don't try and stop me now. So many research. My name is Corden. I don't know. I'm going to put something here so that I'm not moving. So, today is Saturday. Oh, let's do that again. Go away. So, my hair is doing whatever it did last week. Ooh, and not doing what it did today. We'll take that part What are you doing? You give me a look? I know. It's okay. You're okay. I try it my best to help, and you just don't let me help. What am I going to show them, bubs? Oh, sorry, that was loud. Are you going to behave? I'm going to go in the other room and grab 2 things. You chill. I don't believe you're going to chill. We'll see. Are you chilling? Are you being chill? Bub? Baba? Are you being chill? I guess you are, technically. Doing exactly what I asked. Hey. You stay sleeping. No, you stay sleeping. It's easier for me if you're sleeping.